Students, this is the new video lesson in the unit number 3 and we are in the third part. In the previous two sessions we have discussed about word processing, the software called Writer, which is the part of LibreOffice, and we also had discussed the editing and formatting of text in a document. In this session we will be discussing the advanced features of the Writer. The first one is creating and managing the tables. Tables are the tools that are very much used nowadays to represent data. So you must be familiar with working with tables to master the skills of word processing. So in a document it is normally seen that some data is represented in form of tables. So we collect the similar data and keep it under one heading. The representation of data in a tabular format is called table. So a table has a number of rows and columns. It is possible to have a table with one row and one column. So what we can do with tables is we can create tables with rows and columns. We can delete some rows or columns. We can add some extra rows and columns. We can merge two or more cells together. We can split a cell into more than one cell. We can color the table and we can change the text direction. Okay, so the best example for the table is the school timetable or your mark sheet. Okay, suppose this is your timetable for class 9th. The 8 periods have been given a particular time slot. Okay, so this is a tabular representation. Here these are the columns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and these are the rows. Okay, the vertical and horizontal. The verticals are the columns and the horizontal ones are the rows. Okay, so how to create a table? So the simplest way to create a table is click the table icon on the standard toolbar. This is the table icon on the standard toolbar, and then you can select how many rows and how many columns do you want. Okay, and if you want to have some more options, you can click on this so that you can get this dialog box. Okay, so you can simply select the number of rows and columns by this graph that is displayed here. Okay, another way is to create it using a table dialog box. How? You should go to table and then insert menu. Okay, table and insert. Or the shortcut key, please remember this. The shortcut key for inserting a table is Control plus F12. Okay, you must remember it. Control plus F12 to insert a table in the document. So these are the table properties. You must define the name, the spacing, and you can also define the alignment of the text. Okay, and you can also define text flow, columns, border, and background. So if you press Control plus F12, then it will create a simple table. After creating table, you can explore more features through the table and then properties. You can insert rows and columns. For it, you can place your cursor on the row or column before or after which you want to add the new ones. Then click on the rows above and rows below icons in the table toolbar and you can insert it. Okay, or you can also have this insert menu, then rows above oblique below. Okay, so as many rows or columns you want, you can add. Similarly, you can delete them by placing the cursor on the row or column you want to delete, and you can right click and choose this option, or you can go to rows on columns icon on the table. Okay, or the shortcut key for deleting is Alt plus delete. Okay. Similarly, you can split or merge. One table can be split into two tables, and two tables can be merged into a single tables. Tables can only be splitted horizontally. Okay, you must know this. So to split a table, place the cursor in the cell that will be in the top row of the second table after the split. Then you choose table and then split table from the menu bar. A split table dialog box appear, and you can select no heading or an alternative formatting and then click OK. Similarly, to merge two tables, you can delete the blank paragraph between the tables. Okay, so they will be merged. Select any cell in one of the tables, then right click and choose merge. Okay, you can also use the option table, then merge table. Deleting a table. To delete a table, click anywhere in the table, then choose table, then delete table option from the menu bar, or select from the end of the paragraph before the table to start the paragraph. Press delete key or the backspace key. Okay. Then copying a table, click anywhere on the table, and the option should be Control C, or go to table, then select, then table. Okay, so this is the way to copy a table. Moving a table and pasting a table will be Control V, you know it. Then moving a table, you should click anywhere in the table. From the menu bar, choose table, then select, then table. Then you will press Control X. Then wherever you want to move your target position, you move that cursor there and press Control V. Okay. So you can create this table for your timetable as a practice. Okay. Next important thing that we will be discussing is how to print a document, because whenever you type something on the computer, the last action that you take is to take a printout of it. Suppose you have worked really hard for 1 year, and at the end you get your mark sheet. That is a printout of your performance over the year. So if you want to print the document very quickly without any dialog box and option, just click the print icon, and here the entire document will be sent to the default printer defined for your computer. Okay, but if you do not want the entire document to be printed, you want only 2-3 pages or a single page like this, then you should select some other options. What are the other options? First, you have to take a preview of it, how your printout will come. So print preview is a useful tool to check the document before printing. Okay, so it gives you the actual view before the hard copy comes out. You can check the indentation, borders. Okay, then here in the print dialog box, you can see the overview here, print preview, and here you have the options to select the printer. You can select all pages, a fixed number of pages, number of copies. Okay, so these things you can control with this print dialog box, and then you can click OK. Okay, so controlling the printing is, first you will have to get the print dialog box. How you can do it? Either you can go to file and then print, or you have the shortcut key Control P. So this dialog box will appear in front of you when you click Control P. From there you can choose the options. What are the options? The name of the printer, its properties, the range of pages, the number of copies you want. All these options can be selected. Okay, and then you click OK, and the printout will come. Then you have the option for printing all the pages, single and multiple pages. To print all the pages, you can just choose the options all pages. If you want to print a single page, you can give the number of that page. You can also give a range like 3 to 8. Okay. And if you want only the selected text, suppose you have selected this text like this, you have dragged your mouse and you want to just print this text. So you can click Ctrl P and you can choose selection. Okay, where it is here. This will be enabled if you click Ctrl P after selection. This will, you can click on it and then click OK. Okay, so this print dialog box is very much important to control your printing experience. Okay, here all these options are given to you. You can have a preview of it. You can have the number of printers that are attached. You can select. You can have the properties of a printer. You can change it. You can print all the pages, a fixed number of pages, a selection. Okay, you can change the number of copies, and you can also print in reverse page order. Okay, so these are the options that are available to you, and using it you can have a good printing experience. Okay, now very important feature of any word editor is mail merge. Mail merge is very important feature of a word processor. It is used to create a series of same document with multiple addresses. एक ही डॉक्यूमेंट को अगर आपने कई लोगों को भेजना है तो वहाँ पे आपको ये मेल मर्ज बहुत काम करेगा, क्योंकि आप सबके लिए अलग अलग लेटर टाइप नहीं करेंगे, एक ही लेटर को टाइप करेंगे, उसी को आप कुछ ऐसा कस्टमाइज़ करेंगे कि उसमें जहाँ जहाँ पे नाम, एड्रेस, फ़ोन नंबर वगैरह वगैरह बदलने हों वहाँ पे वो अपने आप उन लोगों का नाम वगैरह ले ले। इसके लिए आपको क्या करना होगा, आपको पहले एक डेटा सेट बना लेना होगा, एक स्टोरेज बना लेना होगा जहां आप अब उन लोगों के नाम, उनके एड्रेस, उनके फ़ोन नंबर आदि आदि वो सब पहले से स्टोर करके रखेंगे, और मेल मर्ज की मदद से आपका जो वर्ड प्रोसेसर है वो उन डेटा को वहाँ से उठा के फटाफट आपको एक ही पेज लिखना होगा, और उसी पेज में वो नाम चेंज करके, एड्रेस चेंज करके, फ़ोन नंबर बदल के आप सब लोगों के लिए वो लेटर्स को तैयार कर देगा। Okay, so this is very important feature of mail merge. Mail merge is the process of merging the main document with the mailing address of various person. That's why it is called mail merge. Okay, the process of merging the main document with mailing address of different persons. The main document is merged with the mailing address, hence the name mail merge. It is used to send invitation letters or to print certificates for several people. Okay, so example is here. If your principal or class teacher wants to send a letter or notice to your parents regarding any meeting or function, the matter of the letter will be same, but the address will be different for different parents. So one way is to create a letter in writer, copy the address from address list to change the address for each set of parents and print the letter. ये तो एक तरीका हो गया कि लेटर का बॉडी सेम रखी जाए और एक प्रिंट निकाला, फिर उसमें एड्रेस दूसरा चेंज किया, दूसरा प्रिंट निकाला, ये तरीका. सेकेंड वन is to use mail merge. Okay, so the word processor has a special feature of mail merge to accomplish this task in one go. In mail merge, two documents are created, one with the common contents, that is called the main document or form letter, and the second one that is holding the address list, which is called the data source. So the form letter or the main document, it contains the actual information and variable names for the data which will vary for different letters. Data source will contain the value of corresponding variables of the main document. For example, the address of all the parents with respective time would be stored in the data source. Okay, the form letter consists of the main document and the data source. So how to create the data source is the first step. So, a data source is a set of mailing addresses in the form of a rows and columns, generally called database. The content of database is in the form of data records. Each row is a record of each person, which will contain the various fields. It can be the name, address, pin code, phone number, okay, that you will include in the mail. To create an address book using spreadsheet or database is little easier, as they use the table format to store the data. Okay. It is also possible to create an address book during the mail merge process using mail merge wizard. Okay. Here you can see this. This is the tools option menu, and here you can find mail merge wizard. So using a wizard is very easy to perform any task. So using mail merge, first you will create a new document, okay, and then you will type the letter to be sent to the multiple recipients. To create multiple letters using mail merge wizard, select tool and then go to mail merge wizard. Okay, so you will find this window. Okay, here you will have the first one is to select the starting document. So you can have the option for using the current document, create a new document, or selecting an existing document. Okay, then you will press next. Then after step 1, you will go to step number 2, that will select the document type. Do you want to have a letter or an email message? Okay, which type of document do you want to create? Okay, after selecting it, you will press next. In the third step, you will click on the button select address list. Okay, and the list will appear. You can see this. Insert address book, and here you can select address list. Select an address list, then you will click add to select recipient from a different list. Okay, then you will, if you have not created a list, then you will click on create button. Okay, click on the create button. After clicking on the create button, a new address list window will appear like this. Okay, in this you can have the details of each of the recipient. Okay, you can put a title, first name, last name, company name, address, city, state, zip code, many fields are there, and then you can go to new. Okay, so you can create as many as recipients you want to create here. So it will be your address list. So if you want to fill the data of the recipient as per the default fields, then enter the data as shown in the figures. Okay, so this will be your filled up data. If you wish to customize the fields, you can have some fields according to your wish. These are the default fields. You can change them by customizing them. Okay, so you can have your customized address list. You can select which field do you want or which field you do not want, okay, from this list. So it will be a customized list for you. Then you have selected, after you have selected these elements, you can click OK. Then you will have to save it in the .csv format, comma separated value. .csv means comma separated values. Okay, CSV. You must remember the expansion, comma separated values. So your list, that is address book, will be saved. So it becomes your data source. Now you have saved the details of all the parents to which you want to send the letter. Okay, now this my list will appear in the selected address list. Okay, Now you will click OK and you will move to the step number 3. Okay, this is the step number 3. You have selected the list. Here you can find it, current address list, and here you can find the format and you can check the values here. Okay. Now you will click the next button, and after clicking next we will be at the step number 4. Here a create salutation window will appear as shown in this figure. Okay, so here you can have salutation, you can have personalized salutations. What type of salutations you want you can write. Okay, after clicking next you will have the layout option. You can change the layout of your letters. So when you click finish, you will have like this. These are the elements which are inside this less than and greater than sign. These are the elements that will change. Okay, all the remaining thing will not change. These things they will remain the same, but the values that are highlighted and are within the less than and greater than sign, these will come from your data source. Okay, so if you want to edit, you can change this, the position of the elements you can change. Okay, so you can also exclude some of the recipients. Suppose some parents you do not want to call, you can exclude the recipient. Then you will have the option to save the merged documents, and you can also print the merged documents. And to send the letters by email, you can click on send email messages button. Okay, so this is how you create a mail merge. So all these, this is the printout that will be coming out after the mail merge. Okay, the fields that were highlighted and were inside the less than and greater than sign, the arrow brackets, that will be replaced by the actual data from your address list. Okay, now you can have a practice of this so that you can use this mail merge facility to the fullest. So you have to print the document like this. Okay, where this title, address 1, address 2 should be coming from the data source. Similarly, the date and time should also come from the data source. Okay, you must give it a try because the mail merge is very important feature of any word editor. Okay, and this is the second practice question for you. And you should also try to print some certificates, invitation cards and forms. Okay, so this is all about this session, and with this we come to the end of the unit also. Here at the end of the unit you have some practice questions to check your progress that you have made in this session. If you are not comfortable with these questions, please revise all the 3 video lessons related to this unit number 3, and then you will be able to answer these questions very easily. Okay, so these are the multiple choice questions for you that you have to do in your notebook, and these are also very important with the view of your final examination. Very important questions. And you must remember all the shortcut keys that we have discussed in the entire unit. So there are many 25 questions for multiple choice, and then we have some questions related to fill in the blanks, and then true false, because all these questions will appear in your final examination, so you can have any one of this appearing in your final exam. So you must check all the questions and you must answer all these questions in your notebook, so that if you get any one of these, you can easily answer them in your final examinations also. Okay, so there here are the short answer questions that you have to answer in 50 words. Okay, so in your final examination also you will be having MCQ questions, then true false, fill in the blanks, and some short answer questions. Okay, after the theoretical part you have some practical exercises also that will help you master the skills on your computer. For this you must have the knowledge of the entire unit number 3 that we have discussed in these 3 video lessons, and if you have watched all the video very carefully, then you will be able to answer these questions very easily. You have to create tables. These are some merged and split cells. Okay, so it will be a very good exercise for you, and you will be able to sharpen your word processing skills. So there are many questions for your practice, because practice makes a man perfect, and you will also get the perfection in using this word editor if you complete all these exercises, the theoretical part and the practical part. Okay, so with this we come to the end of this unit. I think I am able to clear all your doubts, and you will remember all the points that we have discussed with all the shortcut keys. Okay, so see you in the next video lesson, where we will be starting the unit number 4.